welcome back to the Myth series in depth. We are now inside the pack mage Thalor's black spider within the dire marsh, ready to put an end to the wicked beast. With the aid of Mazarin, it looks like Connacht and his company will have no trouble putting an end to Thalor the Black.
Even without the power of the Tain, the walls of the Dark Spire were broken. The forces of Lankerfen swept into the fortress, laying sword to bone against Mercridia and undead alike. Within minutes, the defenders of the keep lay dead or dying, and the army of Lankerfen stood victorious. Connacht and his men searched the corpses strewn about the courtyard, yet the pack mage was not among them. An old and crumbling passage led into darkness beneath the spire. It was the only means of escape. Connacht gathered a small group of veterans at the archaic passage. They were to follow the pack mage into the bowels of the keep and make certain it never drew another breath. A dwarf suggested that they should simply destroy the spire, bringing it down upon the beast's cowering head. Connacht replied that they must be absolutely sure that this pack mage was slain, not just buried alive. One erudite scholar of the Heron Guard seemed to grasp Connacht's concern. He recalled an obscure legend dating back to the end of the Age of Reason. Moagam, having brought the Mercridia into this world, began to teach them the ways of battle and of sorcery. The most learned and powerful of his students was a Mercridia who dubbed himself Thalor the Black. As the legend tells, so powerful were Thalor's sorcerous abilities that he could halt the workings of magical relics or even destroy them from afar. He created a powerful artifact known only as the Eye of Thalor, into which he infused his very soul. If his body were to meet death, the device could conjure a new body from his ashes, granting the fell beast life eternal. If the pack mage that held this spire was indeed Thalor the Black, his death would be the end of the Mercridia. Connacht merely nodded at the Heron. With his force assembled, Connacht led them into the crumbling dungeons of the Dark Fortress, hunting for the most powerful Mercridian sorcerer ever to live.
The journal doesn't tell us clearly how the walls of the spire were broken into, but strangely enough, we were able to just walk through them in the last mission without having to blow anything up. All of the forces that were defending the spire we laid waste to in the last mission. Thalor the Black, however, was not among them. Because of this, Connacht with a small group of veterans will go into the spire in order to ensure that Thalor meets his end. There is too much at stake to just destroy the spire and hope the pack mage dies within. Moagam had taught the Mercridia ways of battle and sorcery, and Thalor the Black was the most powerful of his students. This is significant because it gave the pack mages the ability to raise their own armies of undead, thus adding to the Mercridia problem. The journal tells us that Thalor was so powerful that he could halt the workings of magical relics or even destroy them from afar. We experienced this very sorcery in the last mission when he stopped the Tain from working. The journal then tells us about a very powerful artifact that the pack mage had created called the Eye of Thalor, in which he infused his very soul. With this artifact, Thalor is basically invincible, as the artifact will restore his body from his ashes. The only way to kill the beast is to first destroy his artifact that keeps him alive. While this artifact is not referenced within the Bungie Myth games, it is referenced in GURPS, where it is called Thalor's Eye. GURPS tells us that Thalor's Eye is not an enchanted item, but is the magical legacy of the Mercridian mage pack leader. The power of the eye in GURPS is completely different than the in-game, however, as the eye in GURPS causes those who look at it to make a will check to see if they take damage. GURPS calls this spell Wither Plant. Reading about this artifact in GURPS, however, it gives us an idea of how MumboJumbo not only came up with the idea for this artifact, but also for the idea of the Mercridian pack mages. In fact, this artifact must have left an impression on them, as they made a whole level revolving around this item from GURPS. The Wolf Age manual tells us a little bit more about Thalor the Black. He is not only the most powerful sorcerer among the pack mages, but he is also larger and stronger than the other pack mages and is ruthless in his domain over his fellows. He has a black furred hide and uses magic to tear the living heart out of his subordinates that resisted him, and then would reanimate their dead bodies as thrall. The manual tells us that the Eye of Thalor not only gives him almost eternal life by holding his very life essence, but it also allows him to cast the most destructive spells. If he is killed, the Eye of Thalor will reform him within mere seconds. Thalor actually has the same flavor text as one of the Thrall flavor texts, so I won't repeat it again. Now that you know about Thalor and why we must put an end to the beast, let's jump into the mission. It says find and destroy the Eye of Thalor.
What?
We're gonna quickly get our hotkey set up. So, right when you start up, Thalor starts to come at you. So you can just shoot him down with your bows right away. I've got my bowman a little closer than I want to. So at this point,
yes, sir.
we can see. Let's show you. So you can see, kind of like at the entrance, it's kind of like a claw that closed out the entrance. Which looks like a nice doorway, you know, which doesn't really match the imprisonment level where you came into the spider. Didn't look like such a nice doorway in that mission, but that's right. You can see you got some pack mages on the walls, you know, so it's a nice entrance. Now, Thalor is not dead, because as I was talking about his Eye of Thalor, so will come back to life and we'll see him again. So at this point you have three ways. You can go left, straight, or right. If you go left, you're going to fight a Makridia pack mage, which isn't necessarily that hard. If you kill him, you can blow up this kind of... the way to go on isn't a farther on. You can go blow up this kind of like, I don't know. I guess this like orange thing is supposed to mean that this gate can be blown up. I don't know. But anyways, you can blow this up and there's some satchels in there. If you go right, you'll fight some Thrall and some Soulless, which they're not that bad. But, you know, we can avoid Soulless if we just go straight. And what's going to be in here is a bunch of Thrall, and then the pack mage again, Thalor. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go take care of Thalor.
We're moving.
So we can easily get his attention with Connacht. Connacht's going to play fetch for us. So you just kind of come in this room, and we'll see Thalor right there. And we kind of run to the side, and we'll see these Thrall come up. There they come. So we're gonna run away. Thalor's kind of locked onto Connacht. So we'll just bring Connacht back here somewhere. And our dwarves and our archers will take care of all these guys. See, watch, we can even bring our dwarves up and he like won't even pay attention to them. Actually gonna back up a little bit to try to get these Thrall more let them kind of get grouped up a little better.
Make way for the dwarf. Yeah.
I don't know why these archers didn't shoot. There we go, we'll just quickly kill these Thrall. Why is it? How is he getting hit? What even hit him? Anyways. What was that on the ground I could pick up? What is that?
Yeah?
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on
Yes,
anymore.
sir. Move here, move there.
I am kind of confused. Maybe it's a glitch. Maybe that's something like a goal supposed to be able to pick up.
Got it.
Anyways, I noticed that a little bit when I was practicing, that there was some things I could pick up, but I didn't really catch what it was. Okay, so we're gonna blow up this gate. Now there's some thrall up
Yes,
here we're
sir.
gonna fetch.
Yes.
I mean, not some thrall, some Mercridia. So we're gonna go fetch these Mercridia in this room up here. So we want to get a good hit on these Mercridia. You know, we could use some satchels. Oh, they didn't follow him. There we go. Now I think they're following him. Yep, they're definitely following him. There we go.
Step aside.
There we go. So those Mercridia are taken care of. So we can go to the next room. Up here. Okay, so there's gonna be... Well, at this point you have a couple routes you could go. Now, if we wanted to go down here, there's some soulless we can fight, but they're kind of on these rocks, and then you can kind of go this way to fight, to get to the pack mage. You could fight the soulless. I think that, you know, the souls aren't necessarily that difficult, but I think I'm going to go this other way just because soulless can be a pain. So I'm going to come up here, and there's going to be some thrall in the pack mage that shows up here. So now we really just need to deal with this pack mage, and then these thrall are no problem. Now we can kill these thrall.
Out of the way.
Might as well use our melee.
We're on it.
Might as well use them. Because honestly, like in this mission, I can easily go through it without like hardly using my melee at all.
Yes.
So might as well use them for that fight there. There's no point not to. Especially when I like messed up with my position of my units. So, I mean, I could have backed up, but, you know.
Yes. We're moving.
So there's some more
Got it.
Mercridia up here in this next room.
Sir, yes.
And then I think after this we will be on to the package. He went up pretty far up that ramp.
Make a hole. Okay. Yes.
Nice. So now we got rid of them. So we can go into this next room.
Yes.
So if you came up this other way where you fight the Soulless, if you had taken the right at the beginning of the map, you would come up from beyond this door on the right. In these waters, there's some thrall and stuff you would have to face, so you'd have a similar path after you fight those with those Soulless. Maybe some of those Mercuridia wouldn't be there though, but it's really It's really pretty similar in difficulty. I think I really think that no matter which way you go, it's pretty simple. Okay, so now we got this room over here in this room. So
your order, sir.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna put Connacht in this room. So okay, so let's talk about this is the room with Thalor the Black. Let's see if we can see him. Okay, you can see this is the Eye of Thalor. It's right here. We gotta go destroy this thing to get rid of Thalor. It doesn't even look like an eye. I don't know. I feel like they could have come up with something cooler. But there's Thalor. You can see his flavor text. It's the same as as a thrall. They just copied it over for him. But once we come in here, he's gonna chase us, and there's gonna be a thrall that come out from over here and over here, kind of on each side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rush him back. We're gonna send a warrior up.
On my way.
Let's save it real quick, just in case I mess this up. We're gonna run him back to these archers, so the archers can kill him. But we gotta destroy this Eye of Thalor, otherwise, you know, he'll just keep coming back to life. So we're gonna bring our warrior out. We're gonna get him chasing him, and then we're gonna run Connacht out and destroy the Eye of Thalor. So let's go do that.
On my way. Yes. Got it. On my way.
I am invincible as the night.
Got it.
Oh, are you now? We don't want to run back too fast because he might start chasing Connacht instead. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit before we run out there. We'll wait. Let's just run him all the way back.
Give up, foolish whelps.
Okay, I think we're good to run out.
Yes.
Let's bring him forward a little bit. Just to keep him chasing him. Okay, he's kind of in there, so we'll kind of start shooting at him. Connacht's already destroying his eye, and we're about to kill him.
Too easy.
You'll have no problem destroying this. So when you destroy it, it does kind of explode and hurt you guys. And Connacht's fine. He's perfectly fine.
As Thalor's eye was shattered, so was the soul of the accursed beast. With the Tane functioning once more, Connacht and his men strode into the Black Spires and exterminated the Mercuridia within.
I mean, yeah, so technically, Connacht would still be able to use his, he would be able to use his Tane once again after we defeated the Pack Mage, so he could have sucked up all those thrall into his Tane, if he had been close to death like that, but anyways. The windscreen shows the Pack Mage Master on the floor within the Black Spire. It looks like his very essence is leaving his body within the black streams of smoke. With the Tane now functioning, Connacht had no trouble imprisoning the rest of the Mercuridia within the spire. The lost screen shows the Pack Mage Master holding the Eye of Thalor over Connacht's dead body. He almost looks like he has insect wings, which doesn't match up very well with his bat-like wings within the game. The lost screen tells us that their bones are still buried within the spire. Well, that is it for this mission. The next mission, Siege of Lancrefin, is one of the most popular missions within the game and will likely be a challenge. See you guys then.